Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor... yeah? Is you okay?
Sup? What's up?
Corbin, hey, wait your turn.
Sorry,
This is the professor's time now.
You know what?
Put your ass down.
From the top. My students don't tune in to listen to, screaming in the background, alright?
Sorry.
Keep all the shenanigans to a minimum if you can.
Dive it in, roll it back.
Yes, alright. Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Please say hello to everybody, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, thank you, Professor. What a wonderful, uninterrupted intro you just gave us there. I do appreciate that. And I'm just here for the class and for you, and I'm just, whatever you need me to be, Professor, I will be.
If I
need me to be.
If I could say one thing about Mr. Curtis, it is that he is just here. That is one thing that I could definitely say about Mr. Curtis.
And I do have to say real quick that I'm sorry about my behavior over the last couple of classes. I've decided to take a break away from training with the Machokes here at the school. It was giving me way too much, crazy energy classes, and I just
a lot of testosterone going on there.
Since when were you training with the Machokes at the school?
Yeah, and just.
Do you not remember he was learning martial arts from them?
Oh yeah,
he was getting pretty good too. I almost saw him do a pull up. He was close,
right. Almost. Yeah, he was a tenth of the way there.
I was getting there.
Yeah, and there was a Machoke helping him. He was pushing him up a little bit. But he was
everybody
close.
Needs a little help from time to time.
And also our wonderful trainer in training, who just can't keep his voice to himself. Corbin, please say hello to everybody. Corbin, now you can talk, Corbin.
All right. Hi. You know what? And I feel like people are here to not just learn, but they're here to have a good time. And you know what? I felt like your intros needed to be a little bit more exciting. It's all, hi, I'm Professor Jacob, and welcome to the classroom. Like, we need something to liven up the class a little bit. And I just thought, sup would kind of do that.
I don't know. I feel like, the standard intro, the cut and dry intro gets everybody in the mood to learn about Pokemon. And guys, what is more exciting than that? I mean, come on. Right? You agree, Mr. Curtis, you agree with me?
I mean, whatever you want, Professor.
That's a hard yes. Corbin, yes. You agree with me?
You know what?
That's
sure.
a yes. All right, let's go ahead and move on to why we're here. Now that we got all the names out of the way, everybody knows whose voices are what. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to go ahead and ask. Do you guys know who we're talking about today?
It's small. I know that one.
Yes,
I know
it is small.
I know you told us last time.
On that.
It's a grass type.
Yes, small grass type. All right, we're narrowing it down. We're close. We're getting close.
I want to say most grass types are also poison types, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's also a poison type.
Yes, sure. That narrows it down slightly less, but yes.
We're getting close. It's gotta be. Is it Eevee?
That is
okay.
All right. Well, that's a normal type Pokemon. It doesn't even look like a grass type. No, it's not Eevee. We're not learning about Eevee. Curtis, you get one guess. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
I definitely think it's a Chespin.
Okay, we are learning about Bellsprout, also known as the Flower Pokemon.
It's a flower Pokemon?
Oh, that makes sense. Chespin doesn't have poison.
No, obviously, yes. And that's way down the line. We're not going to talk about Chespin for the foreseeable future. But no, we're learning about Bellsprout, which is the flower Pokemon. There are probably other flower Pokemon, but this is one of the flower Pokemon. Has anybody seen a Bellsprout before? Do we know what they look like?
Yeah, I think I've seen some in my mom's yard. Cleaning up, she'll be like, pulling weeds and then accidentally pull a Bellsprout and it'll just start screaming.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's happened before. It's a common occurrence. Actually.
I imagine it causes quite a lot of pain to a Bellsprout just to be ripped out of the ground like that.
It can.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your mom is a bad person, is what we're trying to say.
No, that's very rude. That's very disrespectful.
Well, it's rude to the Bellsprouts, actually.
Well, okay, look, she's not doing it on purpose, all right? As far as I know, she might be. I don't know.
At least there's that. She could try actively to, make sure there aren't any Bellsprouts in her yard in the first place. Listen, all I'm saying is she could be a better person.
Well, listen, at least they're alive. She used to, use a weed whacker and just the whole yard. And,
my God.
let's just say a lot of severed Bellsprouts all over the yard.
Oh, my God. That's
quite
horrible.
horrific.
That was a bloody time in our lives.
Who mows flowers? Nobody
What?
would mow a flower.
No, weeds. She was using a weed whacker. Let's get rid of weeds. And then there's the Bellsprouts hiding in the weeds. And then it just.
But it has a face. Okay, I guess so. Oh my God, that made me sad. That made me actively. I almost kind of.
okay.
I have a Bellsprout here, but I kind of don't want to throw it out now.
Okay, well, listen.
for
That was before my mom had glasses, and that was the point we realized she needs them
She
very
needed
badly.
The horrible Bellsprout carnage. A day that will go down.
Yeah, the
family's history.
Bellsprout carnage of 2015. It was awful. It was terrible.
God. That was sad times. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw a Bellsprout out right here, so we can all get a look at it, so we can talk about it right in front of us. All right, here we go.
Oh, look at that little baby. It's so small.
Yeah,
it's
it's like-
so tiny.
It's kind of like dancing. It's kind of like always dancing. It just looks fun.
Yeah, it's just it's a vibe. It's a vibe, if you will.
This Bellsprout passes the vibe check. Sorry, I'm sorry. Am I too much of a old man to say that? Sorry, you're all looking at me with disgust.
No.
I mean,
it does
it
pass the
doesn't-
vibe check.
Thank
it
God.
does.
Okay.
might
I
be
researched
vibing.
extensively to learn how to say that phrase, and I was worried I got it wrong.
It's okay, old man. You got it.
It doesn't look too comfortable here on the hard tile floor. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
well, actually, I
put it in
have
a
right
pot.
here. I have a soil in a pot, so it can jump into it if it wants to.
Well, yeah, let it jump in the soil. There it goes. Now it's having a good time.
Now it's dancing even more. Look at it go.
Yeah. Loves that soil.
so
Ooh. Play some music for it, Mr. Curtis. Play some music. Play something. Okay.
God, no, not that. No, not that song.
Don't play that. Don't play that.
Okay,
No,
hold
play.
on. Let me
No.
switch the
Do
song
track
here. Hold on.
3. Track 3.
Track 3. Here we go.
That's the one you want. That's the one you want, dude.
It's not my favorite song.
Look at him getting it. Bellsprout's getting it. Look at that. Look at that. Leaves are moving. Mouth is shaking. It's loving it.
Okay.
It's loving it.
Stop the music. Stop the
No,
music.
don't. No, why would you do that?
Okay, so we've talked about that it likes to dance, and it's a fairly small Pokemon.
Me too, little boy.
Give me some more defining features, please.
Well,
Like a face or its arms or something.
I mean, it doesn't have much of a face. It's just a yellow bulb,
Okay.
basically,
Yeah.
with two little black eyes,
and it's got like a ring for a mouth, a pink ring.
Yeah.
big old circly mouth.
I bet it's great at whistling. I bet it can whistle real good. Although it
bet it
doesn't really
could.
seem to have lungs, so maybe it doesn't breathe.
Well, it's got it. It might photosynthesize to breathe or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or just capture oxygen through its leaves. And it doesn't even have arms. It just has these
Leaves.
2 leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has roots for feet.
Yeah, I saw those before it jumped into the pot. Those were cute. Those were
And
very
that's-
cute.
And I think that's a full description of Bellsprout.
That's
I
it.
mean,
There's not a whole lot going on.
There isn't too much more to this Bellsprout, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm
Hey,
gonna
but
go
you're
ahead-
cute, little buddy. Don't forget it. Curtis, turn the music back on.
No, don't turn the music. Keep it off. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
All
don't
right,
turn.
I'll
Oh, my
turn it.
God.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this Bellsprout, and I'm going to put it on the windowsill so it can suck up some sunlight.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to go ahead and move on to reading the Pokedex entries.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I like that.
All right.
Okay, the first one here in the Kanto region says a carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. It uses its root feet to soak up needed moisture. Yeah,
That checks out.
Checks out. Makes sense.
So it's a carnivore. It does eat other Pokemon like Caterpie.
So what does it eat that's tinier?
I maybe a Joltik. Maybe those are pretty small.
A little
Or a
spicy. but
Wurmple.
yeah. A Wurmple, maybe.
Wurmple.
Okay.
A Spinarak.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's
What was
fair.
that, Professor?
Sorry.
That's he said a diamondback. It's a type of Ekans out in the desert.
No, I didn't say that. I said a spinnerack. It's a spinnerack.
Oh,
It could probably eat spinneracks, probably.
I don't know about that, but
so wait, it doesn't seem like it really has jaws. It feels like it's just gonna suck something. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's
maybe
gonna. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Curtis. Go ahead.
maybe your average
Oh, he's
run of the
talking
mill
about the
spinnerack,
spinneracks.
but not my.
Okay,
not my
all right.
super-
We don't need another class listening to your genetically modified spinnerack horde.
In fact, I'm gonna move on. The next entry here says, it prefers hot and humid places. It ensnares tiny insects with its vines and devours them.
Sweet.
So,
That's
it doesn't really have any teeth, right?
right.
I imagine it puts the tiny bug Pokemon into its mouth and then kind of just digests it in its bowl, probably.
I think it kind of just sucks it down whole. You know what I mean? It's like a vacuum,
God,
like a tube.
That's horrifying to think of.
I think it's kind of cute.
A little bit cute. Well, no, it's not cute at all. Actually, I don't think it's cute at all.
All right, well, that's rude.
That's my opinion. All right, the next one here says, a kind of bug-eating plant that hunts small insects.
That sounded very confident.
It's like a kind of... No, it's, it's not saying it's kind of like this. It's saying it is a kind of bug-eating plant Pokemon.
You made it sound like it was this is kinda, I don't know, a bug-eating
it's
Pokemon.
one of many bug-eating plant Pokemon.
Okay, I gotcha.
Was what it sounds like.
Okay.
It also goes on to say it uses its roots as feet for walking.
It's a bug-eating Pokemon. I don't know.
I don't know. It's kind of like it's bug Pokemon.
It eats bugs and it dances. I don't know though.
Yeah, Professor
kinda.
Professor Oak wrote this entry on his bed with his feet in the air, kicking them.
In his pink diary.
It's
kind of cute and it's bugs. I don't know.
It walks around on its roots or something. It
sucks water through its feet. I don't know.
It devours
Kinda.
Okay, enough of that. Let's move on to the Johto.
very, very funny, Professor.
I don't like your attitude today, Mr.
I don't like his attitude. Give him a smack. Smack him.
No,
here we go.
no,
Take this. You done.
All right, you done.
You done.
You
You
done.
done. You
All
gone.
I'm sorry. I didn't get what you guys were doing, so I just wanted to feel like I was part of the fun.
Oh man, that's sad. All right, now I feel bad. Okay, smack yourself, Corbin.
Okay.
Wow, wow, the power I command.
Yeah.
All right,
dangerous.
I'm gonna use that power to read the Johto Pokedex entries.
Oh, nice.
Even though its body is extremely skinny, it is blindingly fast when catching its prey. That makes it sound that makes it sound like things that are normally skinny aren't fast.
Yeah.
Right? Even though it's skinny, it's also really quick. I feel like being skinny would help it be quick.
I mean, not everything that's skinny is quick necessarily.
Well, no, but I would say more things that are skinny are quick than things that are fat. Right? Would you
that's
agree
true.
with that?
Maybe.
With that?
Or something that's hefty can use that extra power to propel itself forward. You never know.
There's a difference between being fat and hefty. Okay, we're not gonna. This is semantics. I'm gonna move on to the next entry.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It plants its feet deep underground to replenish water.
Funny.
It can't escape its enemy while it's rooted.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
puts itself in quite a predicament there.
So if it wants to suck up some water, it has to make sure it's in a safe location. This windowsill here with my little potted plant.
Yeah, look at that. Just chilling in the corner, minding nobody's business.
Just dancing a little bit.
Dancing, vibing, hanging out.
Mr. Curtis, can you water it for us, please?
You know what? I don't think you should do that.
I got my water bottle here. Hold on.
Okay.
Here you go. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, all right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay,
That's
that's a little bit
enough
too
water.
much. That's a little bit too much.
Enough.
Back off,
That's
back
enough
off.
water.
All right,
That's
I'm
enough
sorry.
water, Mr. Curtis.
All right.
Please.
Can you just suck a little bit off the top there, Mr. Curtis?
No,
Yeah,
don't,
sure,
please
sure.
don't, please don't suckle on the Bellsprout.
No, he's not suckling on the Bellsprout. He's drinking up a little bit of the extra water at the top.
I don't like this. I don't. This all makes me uncomfortable.
That's good tasting water right there.
Yeah,
you're a
it's
lucky
earthy.
Bellsprout, you know.
Earthy.
You're Gucci. You're a good little lucky
All right,
Bellsprout.
Mr. Curtis, sit down. I have Pokedex entries to read.
Yes, please stop wasting time.
All right. So this next one here says, if it notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vine at the object. Whoosha!
Watcha.
Whoosha! So, like, don't make any quick movements around a Bellsprout, because they will just vine whip you. And that does it for the Johto region, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Hoenn region. And that, like, puts us, like, almost, like, halfway done. There's, like, it's pretty, there are not that many entries here for Bellsprout. Bellsprout's thin and flexible body lets it bend and sway to avoid any attack, however strong it may be.
Ooh. Nice.
From its mouth, this Pokemon spits a corrosive fluid that melts even iron.
Wait, say that again? It does what
Wait,
now?
what?
From its mouth, this Pokemon spits a corrosive fluid that melts even iron.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's
it's good. I can be good against steel
A
type.
little scary.
Well, iron isn't steel, though, right?
Well, maybe to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess there's a Pokemon called Steelix. Well, that's steel type. Wait.
Yeah. Well, does it evolve into Ironix? Like, how does that work?
Ironix. No, it doesn't. No. So, but okay. That's why I was saying earlier that I think when it like devours them, it kind of like puts them in its mouth, and then these acids just dissolve that poor bug Pokemon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. This next entry here says its bud looks like a human face. Because of the bud, it is rumored to be a type of legendary mandrake plant.
I'm sorry. What the
Now,
hell?
Professor, what?
Yes, Mr. Curtis, you had a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing as Corbin. What is a mandrake, Professor?
It is. I do not know. I have no idea. I don't know what a legendary mandrake plant is.
Listen. I got the floor. It's a legendary man named Drake.
No, Mr. Curtis, would you like to take a shot at that?
I mean, I defer to your judgment, Professor. I mean,
That's because you don't have an original thought.
I
Mr.
mean,
Curtis.
it's got. My only thought is that it's a plant that looks like a human, but that's kind of basically what.
But it really
Bellsprout
doesn't
is, I
look
don't
that
know.
much like a human unless I just go whoop with my mouth. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, it definitely has a human-like face.
Yeah, I mean, Corbin, if you just do a little with your mouth, real
yeah,
quick.
like that, like this.
Yeah,
Whoop.
yeah. No, see, yeah, you two exactly the same. Right
I guess. If I move my little,
I mean,
if
if
I
you-
fold my arms like this and I move around, does it look more like it? Whoop. See, I'm
Yeah, if I
dancing
put
too.
it-
Whoop.
If I put a jacket on Bellsprout, so it like fleshed him out a little bit, I mean, it would basically be you.
Okay. I mean, you know what? I guess you're right.
Mandrake. Genus of 6 species of hallucinogenic plants in the nightshade family.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what a legendary mandrake is.
One of legend.
One of legend. I have heard of a plant that if you pull it up by the roots, it does scream at you. So maybe that's a mandrake. And I mean, clearly, Corbin's mother has firsthand knowledge of that.
Yeah. It's a sight to see. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that you really only ever want to see once, because then you'll never be able to shake it from your brain.
Oh yeah, that's true. Trust me.
All right, let's move on to the Sinnoh region. It says it prefers hot and humid environments. It is quick at capturing prey with its vines.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I think that does it. Actually.
Wait, no, not for all of them.
That's the last from the Sinnoh region.
That's really?
The Unova region. It's all it says here is it prefers hot and humid environments. It's quick at capturing its prey with vines, which is what they said in the Sinnoh region. The Kalos region, they just repeat what they said in the Hoenn region.
Are you serious?
And there's nothing
Wow.
for Alola or Galar, so this Pokemon is fairly
Wow.
unknown in different regions, which is interesting.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being simple, isn't that right?
It's not even that.
What should we call this thing?
Bellboy.
Is it a boy?
Sprout. No, actually it is a female.
His name is Beleep.
I like Beleep. Beleep.
No, that's
Her
awful.
name is Beleep.
That's awful.
Is it he or she? Did we determine gender?
It's hard to tell with a Bellsprout.
It's
I don't really know what to
it's
look
non-gendered. It's
whatever they
It's
want
Bellsprout.
to be.
Yeah.
Beleep. I like it.
Regardless.
Beleep. I like that. Beleep.
Beleep.
Okay.
You know
like
what?
that,
I'm fine with
Beleep?
Beleep. Beleep is okay.
Beleep is dancing no matter what, so I'm gonna assume Beleep likes that. Yeah.
All right. So while that is it for the regional Pokedex entries, there is one here. There is a unique Pokedex entry here. All right, and it comes to us from Go's Rotom Phone.
Who?
I hope I'm saying that name right. It's just Goh. I really hope it's pronounced
That's Gaw.
I could be Gaw, I guess.
It's Goha.
Go. Anyways, Go's Rotom Phone says Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon, a grass and poison type. Bellsprout loves high temperatures and humidity. It can be lightning fast when it extends its vines in order to grab something. Yeah. So,
that's really it.
That's it. I do have an unsourced, uncredited article here that we can read real quick. Although, again, I don't think there's going to be too much crazy new information here. So let me go ahead and read it.
Okay.
Bellsprout is a plant-based Pokemon. Yeah, I guess so. With a stem-like brown body. There is a single green leaf on each side of its body. It has a yellow bell-shaped head with what appear to be pink lips at the end and beady black eyes. It is capable of spitting corrosive acid from its mouth. Its stem is long, thin, and very flexible, making it capable of swerving rapidly to avoid many attacks or moving with blinding speed to capture prey. Its roots resemble feet, and it uses them as such. It will plant its roots in the ground to replenish water, but it is unable to flee while it is rooted. Bellsprout prefers hot and humid places, thus it lives in temperate forests and jungles. And guys, that is it for Bellsprout.
Wow. Okay, Beleep, you are simple. But you're beautiful.
Enigma.
But you're beautiful.
I'm sure there's so much that we don't know about Bellsprout that we just haven't included in these Pokedex entries.
Look, it's maybe not that we don't know anything. There's just some Pokemon we just don't. There's just not a lot to cover.
It's a flower. It's the flower.
And that doesn't mean that Beleep is any
vines.
less special than any other Pokemon. That doesn't mean that.
Beleep is a special and a simple boy.
Yeah, he is.
None of these Pokedex entries talk about its dancing abilities, but I mean, like, it very clearly has some pretty amazing dancing abilities. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, it's killing it. Look at it right now. No music, and it's just vibing. Look at that thing.
Maybe it's the wind. Maybe the wind's blowing it or something.
No, I think that's just it. That's just what it does.
Maybe. All right, let's move on with the class. It is now time for everybody's favorite part, a pop quiz.
The quiz pop. Okay. All right.
Yes, favorite. My favorite, so I assume it's everybody else's favorite.
No,
so go
This
ahead.
is my favorite too.
Yeah, Mr. Curtis is. I mean, it's clearly the theory is proven, and now it is a law that everybody's favorite part of a lesson is the pop quiz.
It's not mine.
So go ahead and put away your Pokedexes. Pull out your Rotom laptops. I'm actually going to go ahead and take Beleep off the windowsill. I'm going to put him behind my desk.
Why?
Just so you can't look at him and cheat. All right.
Okay, shit. All right, seriously.
Yeah, maybe one of these questions is, what color is a Bellsprout's head? I don't want you to just be able to look at him and know.
All right, fine.
All right, so we're all ready for the pop quiz.
I'm ready, Freddy.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, question number 1. What do Bellsprouts and Oddish's feet have in common? Both of the answers are in. Corbin says they both have roots to absorb water. And Mr. Curtis says it uses its roots for walking. You know what? Yes. I mean, we could just say that their feet are actually technically roots, and it uses them to suck up moisture. You see, I feel like I'm gonna read the question again, and you tell me if Mr. Curtis's answer sounds like it answers this question.
Oh, I get to grade Curtis. Fun. All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
What do Bellsprouts and Oddish's feet have in common?
Okay, that's
and,
all right.
And Mr. Curtis says it
Oddish's
uses its roots for walking.
Okay, no.
I definitely heard what does Bellsprout's roots and Oddish's feet have in common.
No,
and obviously,
no, that's wrong. I'm sorry, Professor. You asked my opinion, and it's wrong.
I mean,
it's not used for walking. It's just not.
But its
so
roots are used for walking. That is true.
But that's in the question already. Like, what are its feet used for? And you said for walking. What's the answer you were looking for?
Shush. Mr. Curtis, explain yourself.
Wait, so your question was, what do Bellsprout's and Oddish's feet have in common?
Yes.
Well, all of Bellsprout does not just absorb water. It's just the roots of Bellsprout. So what does all of Bellsprout have in common with Oddish's feet? I don't know. What
both of their feet? What do Bellsprout's feet and Oddish's feet have in common?
They both use them for walking.
Okay, well that's
oh my god, that's right. That is technically right, but it's not following the spirit of the question.
That's not the answer, though.
I mean, that's how I interpret it. I mean,
what?
I mean,
that's not right.
I mean, but roots, and we already know that Oddish's feet absorb things, and we know that that Bellsprout's roots absorb things. I mean,
that's the answer. That's the answer.
That's as obvious as it.
No, it is not.
Either way,
that's not as obvious as using feet for walking.
Okay, Mr. Curtis, everything that has feet uses those feet to walk. It is unique that Bellsprouts and Oddish's use their feet to also absorb water. That is unique to them.
But Bellsprout doesn't have feet. Bellsprout just has roots.
Oh my god!
He uses his roots to walk.
Feet.
No, here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. Right. All right. So plants have roots.
Yes.
They're rooted in one spot, and they use those roots to drink. Animals have feet and use feet to walk, and they do not absorb anything out of their feet. So Oddish's feet are special because, in addition to walking, it can absorb things.
You know what? I wasn't giving you half points. I'm giving
Bellsprout's roots. Let me finish my argument. Bellsprout's roots are special in the fact that it can actually use its roots to walk.
I didn't ask what Bellsprouts and Oddish's roots have in common. I asked what their feet have in common.
You didn't.
What didn't I?
He did say feet.
I said feet. Check the tapes.
It's assumed that feet are for walking, so he wanted to know what other.
But Bellsprout doesn't have feet. I didn't interpret. I thought. Okay, the way you said that, I heard it as
technically
what
Oddish.
Do Bellsprout? Hold on, let me finish. What does Bellsprout and Oddish's feet have in common? Because Bellsprout doesn't have feet. Bellsprout has roots.
Neither does Oddish. Oddish, if you want to be technical,
Oddish has feet.
No,
they don't have roots.
Oddish, always in the Pokedex entries, it describes them as roots. It doesn't describe them as feet. It always says it's roots.
I have
roots
feet.
Resemble feet. That's what it says. All right. I was assuming. Oh my gosh.
Listen, we've all gotten answers wrong before. God knows I have. So let's just mark it wrong.
I don't know.
And move on.
Professor, listen.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do. I think I answered the question exactly the way you writ the question.
No.
I think it's correct, but
it doesn't.
Professor,
well, it is correct. It is correct. It doesn't. It's not correct to the question that I asked, though, which you just misinterpreted. So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you half points. I'm giving you half points.
1/2, Mr. Curtis. 1/2.
All right. Fair and equitable. Is it fair and equitable, Mr. Curtis?
It is not fair, but it is equitable.
Is it equitable at the very least? Mr. Curtis,
let's just move on to the next question.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Question number 2. What started the rumor that Bellsprout is a type of legendary mandrake? Okay, both of the answers are in, starting with Corbin's, of course. He says, he appears to answer my question with his own question. He says, because of its yellow head? Question mark? Are you now? Is that your answer, or are you asking me a question?
Sure.
That's okay. That's your answer because of its yellow head. Okay. And Mr. Curtis says the fact that Bellsprout's bud looks like a human face. That is 100% correct because it looks like a human face.
Oh, that's what it was. I couldn't remember.
So I'm gonna give you half credit points,
That's generous.
Corbin, because you were on the right track.
That's generous. I thought I got that completely. I mean, I got that straight up wrong. But if you're gonna give me half credit, I'll take it.
What it says is its bud looks like a human face. Because of the bud, it is rumored to be a type of legendary mandrake. Because of the bud is what it says. Now we can assume that it's because it has a human-like face on its bud. Whatever. I'm giving you half points. Unless you really want me to give you no points. I'll give you no points.
I think that's a fair and equitable decision.
As long as Mr. Curtis also thinks it's a fair and equitable.
Oh, I agree. I think it's a fair and equitable decision.
Okay. Question number 3. Name Bellsprout's 2 preferred methods of attack. Both of the answers are in. Corbin says Vine Whip or Acid Vomit, which I like how you worded that.
Yeah, dude.
Very, very descriptive. And Mr. Curtis says, by ensnaring with its fast vines and by spitting strong acid. Yes. Both correct. Full marks for both of you. I'm so proud.
Marked up. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right, let's see if you can keep that momentum going into this last question. What is Bellsprout's preferred environment? So I have the answers here. Reading Corbin's first, even though Mr. Curtis actually got his in first this time, interestingly enough. He beat you there, Corbin. Corbin says, Bellsprout prefers to live in hot and tropic areas. Okay. And Mr. Curtis says, hot and humid.
Like me in classroom all the time.
Whenever the topic of Spinnerack comes up.
Yeah, he gets all hot and bothered.
Hot and humid is Mr. Curtis.
Hot and humid environments.
That's
mean,
right.
it's right from the book.
But yes, you're both correct. Hot and humid. Tropical areas is a bit of a stretch, but I'm gonna count it because
yes,
I'm in that mood right now.
You're feeling good. I like it. Yes. So am I by default.
Yes, and Mr. Curtis, I'm gonna check in on him, and yes, he is hot and humid.
Yes,
I am hot and humid and happy.
Good.
3 H's. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that does it for today's lesson on Bellsprout. Does anybody know who we're going to learn about next time? I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Schmeepenbell.
Teepenbell.
Big old bell.
I guess that does technically rhyme with Schmeepenbell.
Peepinpell.
It's Weepinbell. We're learning about Weepinbell.
Oh, Weepinbell. Okay, that's a Pokemon. Yep.
Yeah, not weeping bell. It's not always crying. It's just weeping.
Okay,
Weepinbell.
Weepinbell.
But we will learn about that in the next lesson. Until then, if you have a question for me, or if you have a question for Mr. Curtis or Corbin, I'll
answer them. Hell yeah.
Go ahead and send us a Gmail, which of course everybody knows stands for Gengar Mail, because with how Gengars can kind of like disappear and pop up, kind of like
they do that. They do that.
Messages appear. You can Gmail us at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gmail account, you can also find us at wwopokemon on Twitter, which is a Flying Pokemon themed social network site. If you want to give us some feedback, if you want to tell us how we're doing, if you really like these lessons, if you really hate these lessons, go ahead and give us some feedback on Flapple Podcasts. Again, it's spelled like Apple for some reason, but everybody I know says Flapple because they're in the know. They know. But that does it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as part of the Pokecasters Network.